Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Holy cow! Is it Christmas and my birthday all rolled into one? First, Batwoman gets cancelled after 3 seasons. How did it get 3 seasons? Who knows? Of course, we know exactly why it got 3 seasons. Very political, very intersectional, very alphabetical. And NAOMI. And don't panic, folks. My review of the 2-part finale with Jane Theory is still going to be coming. Don't fret. NAOMI is cancelled literally the minute that it finished its finale. I'm only joking. Let's get into it, shall we? Because holy cow, again, all the cows, whether they be holy or not holy, it doesn't matter anymore. This show finished with an absolute whimper. Props to Eric July. Eric July gave us a shout out yesterday for just providing a link for him. But cheers, buddy. It's very generous of you indeed. If we look, the last 2 parts aired on the 10th of May, a few days ago. Look at this. The demo for the first part, 0.05. And with a viewership of 0.436, which was at that time, because it can go lower, the second lowest viewership of the season. And then the second part of the 2-part finale only managed to scrape to a 0.06, with a viewership making it, because of this, the lowest of the whole season, 0.428. Now, if you have been, and not that many are, I mean, they dropped off like viewership dropped off on this show, on the NAOMI reviews. But if you've been watching those NAOMI reviews with myself and Jane Theory, go subscribe to Jane Theory, by the way, people. She's great. You'll know that for the last few weeks, we have both been saying there is no way that this show can get renewed. It's an impossibility. It's cancelled. It's got to be cancelled. This is a first season. A first season. And you're bringing in a demo of 0.05, which is 80-odd thousand, 84,000, somewhere along that. I'm just doing head maths here, by the way. Out of an 18 to 49 demo, bringing in, teetering on the verge of going into the 300,000s in viewership, first season, and to capitulate everything, you get a half season, 13 episodes. That's classed as a half season. That's what you're initially given. And then the studio, well, sometimes the studio will just give a full season immediately, but mostly given a half season. And then as the first couple of episodes go and they kind of gauge the viewership, they will order extra episodes. They'll say, right, we now order another 7 episodes or 8 episodes or 9 episodes, whatever, taking it to a full season. NAOMI did not get that. It didn't even start off strong. The show didn't even break 1 million viewers on the very first episode. And the demo on the very first episode as well was terrible. 0.14. That's not what you're looking for when you're starting off a brand new show. And you have to bear in mind, I think, every single solitary Arrowverse show that the DC did, that the CW did, sorry, every single one on the premiere episode did over 1 million. At least. I think Superman and Lois was 1.2. Batwoman was 1.8. The Flash and Arrow were into the 4 millions, I believe. High 3.4 millions, maybe even higher. But yes, even Legends of Tomorrow started off with over 1 million. I'd have to check exactly what, but it started off with over 1 million. At least. Probably over 2 million. But here we are, going from that, just a cascade of red as it just drops and drops. You know, there's barely any green on here. This weird sort of blip here. Don't know why it got a bump. There's nothing in the show to justify that. Just an anomaly, I guess. It happens. And even here, when it goes up, it's going up by only less than 3%. Then after that, it was just a cascade down. And even when you see something like, oh, the demo's up 20%. Yeah, it's up 20% from 0.05 to 0.06. That's nothing to shout about. It's nothing to write home about. And in actual fact, the demo only did a 0.1 or above 4 times in 13 episodes. Absolutely abysmal. So, of course, if you go onto Twitter, you'll be hearing people screaming bloody murder that Batwoman and NAOMI have all been cancelled, and Legends of Tomorrow, because they hold alphabet representation and have lead black characters in some of those instances. Stop making excuses. Stop it. These shows were abysmal. Their viewerships were abysmal. Their demos were abysmal. And having reviewed all of NAOMI and having reviewed all of Batwoman, I should know I went through the pain. Has nothing to do with representation and diversity. And I'll tell you what, if it is about representation and diversity, then this is an advert for why it should go. And why the focus should be good writing, good storytelling, putting your characters and universe first before any agendas. So either way, you lose. Either way. But this show was poorly acted. It was poorly edited. I mean, the editing was diabolical. The amount of times that Jane and I just could not believe the editing that was going on in this show. The directing, flat, boring, bland. And the story, just the most boring thing. There was nothing to engage anyone. Nothing. And then, of course, if you saw our episode 10 review, I think it was, when the CW showed their hand, and one of the lines in the episode, when there was some girl's sister, little sister, and she says 10 is the new 16, well, then you understand why Hollyweird is Hollyweird, and I think a little bit too much got shown then. Where was that person? The whole series didn't exist, and one episode just to do a little bit of groomy. Not good in the slightest. So with shows like this gone, what shows are going to replace them? Well, we keep saying this, and it's unfortunately a fact. People fail upwards. Some of the writers who worked on Batwoman, they've now moved to the Gotham Knights series. And that series has been greenlit. So we're going to get the Gotham Knights series written by the writers of Batwoman, a freshly cancelled garbage show, which should have gone 2 seasons before. Probably 2.5 seasons before. It shouldn't have even made it past the first half of season 1. That should have been the order. And of course, what's the news coming out of Gotham Knights TV series? Not to be confused with the Gotham Knights game, which this is meant to be based on, by the way. Well, they've announced that they have cast some people to play, guess what? Alphabet characters. Because they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. It's looking like a beautiful disaster. Don't worry, folks. I will be there for you. They've also greenlit a prequel to Supernatural called The Winchesters. I can say that I will give that at least 1 episode watch, but it's People tune in when they watch Supernatural. They want Jared Padalecki and they want Jensen Ackles. That's what they want from Supernatural. And also, there's, I believe, Walker, Texas Ranger, has been picked up, or that's got a prequel on the way as well. So there's a prequel to Walker, a prequel to Supernatural. Prequels! Yay! And Gotham Knights. So nothing, I would say, there to get excited about to replace the shows which are gone. But look, this is a decision now that the merger's going through that I like to see. I know that some people from Screen Rant or something were crying, saying, if anyone is celebrating the cancellation of these shows, you're disgusting. Hundreds of people just lost their jobs. Fuck off. Shut the fuck up, you racist piece of shit. Okay? Because that person, I think it's the person who owns Screen Rant or Screen something or other, all they can see is color. If they'd actually watched these shows, which I very much doubt they did, because they look like they're just a virtue signaler, they'll know how terrible they are. So if you're just saying, oh, we should have terrible TV shows just because they have black people in them, or just because they have alphabet people in them, then that's what my friend Gary would say is bigotry of low expectation. And just shows what a racist you are, not people who are celebrating. And all the people who are behind the work, you know, behind the camera, they'll get other work on other shows which get green lit. So don't worry about that. This is all gaslighting to push a virtue signal. It's gone. Good. It was dog shit. So was Batwoman. So was Legends of Tomorrow. So was more stuff which should get cancelled that maybe hasn't got cancelled. Get over it. Move on. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.